Tonight, after years of restoration work, MnDOT says a Native American burial ground is near completion. Plus, as a Duluth business remains under investigation, we're hearing from a customer who says he never received the work he paid for. And later, it's been 30 years since Jacob Wetterling went missing, but the impact his story has had on the search for missing children continues.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Anthony is on assignment tonight. It's been almost 2.5 years since MnDOT uncovered a Native American burial ground during Duluth's Highway 23 construction project. That discovery forced them to stop road work there. But now they're close to getting that cemetery back to the way they found it, and one step closer to getting back to the road work. CBS 3's Jenna Wells is live right now at the Gary New Duluth Recreation Center, where a community meeting is underway. Jenna, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Kristen, meeting is just about to begin in the building right behind me here in Gary New Duluth. There'll be MnDOT members and, of course, community members who are affected by the Highway 23 construction project that was supposed to start in June of 2017. Today, we learned crews have finished processing the cemetery soil for remains. Now, they're ready to return that soil to the cemetery, which is essentially the last step of this restoration. However, officials say that they have to return that soil quickly before the ground freezes, as they don't want to leave the cemetery open over the winter. Crews also have a lot of design work to complete before they can restart the construction project on the Mission Creek Bridge. Officials say it could still be another 3 or 4 years from now before they're able to restart that construction there. Tonight's community meeting is just about to start, like I said, and they're going to be giving updates on both the next steps for the cemetery restoration and for the bridge construction. So I'm going to actually head in there, and I'll bring any updates and a timeline of the history of this project coming up at 10.
All right. Thanks, Jenna. Well, a Red Lake man has been convicted of 1 count of assault with a dangerous weapon. Dylan Taylor pleaded guilty in federal court this week after he was accused of assaulting 3 people with a firearm. In November of 2018, court documents say the 21-year-old and 2 other people got into a confrontation involving threats and a firearm. Court documents say Taylor chased a group, and when they pulled into the parking lot of a casino on the Red Lake Reservation, he fired a shot toward the entrance of the casino. Sentencing is set for early next year. Authorities need your help finding who is responsible for shooting at a window of a rural St. Louis County school. Deputies were called to the Southridge School Gymnasium just before 1 o'clock this afternoon to investigate a window that appeared to have been shot at. When deputies arrived, they found the damage was the result of a shotgun being fired at the window from the direction of Swan Lake Road. Authorities believe the damage happened within the 24 hours before they were called and likely happened outside of school hours. If you have any information about recent sounds of shots or suspicious activity near the school, you're asked to call the sheriff's office. That number can be found on our website. Authorities say the Government Services Center in Virginia is back open following a brief evacuation for a possible gas leak this morning. Officials say a transformer next to the Northland office building, which is currently being torn down, was damaged during the demolition. That caused a possible gas leak, along with a power outage affecting parts of the downtown area. According to county officials, no one was injured during the incident, and the gas leak has been contained. Employees and visitors were taken to the courthouse during the evacuation. Tonight, we're hearing from a man who says he's out almost $2,000 after he never received the services he paid a Duluth business for. And he's not alone. St. Louis County Sheriff's Office says they're investigating Hicks Window and Door, claiming its owner owes his customers more than $100,000. CBS 3's Emma Quinn spoke with one of Hicks' customers today to find out more.
For Kurt Davis, it started out as a simple window repair job in April.
I got the phone number from a friend. I called Jason Hicks. The next day was out measuring the window.
Davis says it wasn't long before Jason Hicks, owner of Hicks Window and Door, got him his estimate.
It's hard to find a contractor that's going to show up and do that. It was refreshing.
But Davis says that quickly changed after what Davis was originally told was a half-down payment turned to the full payment in advance of more than $1,800. All that, Davis says, before work could begin.
Said it'd be 2 to 3 weeks. That's pretty standard. And so I waited about a month before starting to contact him. And then it was all text messages. I would leave a voicemail, get a text message.
Now, 6 months later, Davis says Hicks still hasn't done the work, and Davis says he also hasn't gotten his money back. Davis says he was told he'd get a full refund if the work wasn't done in 5 weeks. So now he's taken to social media.
Getting the word out that this guy can't be trusted with money. And that's really my whole goal. I know I'm not going to get my money back.
And Davis isn't alone. We heard from several other customers who said they filed similar complaints. According to the St. Louis County Sheriff's Office, in all, they estimate Hicks owes his customers about $100,000 worth of work he never did. And sheriff's officials say there could be more people out there who haven't filed reports yet.
We reached out to Jason Hicks today for an on-camera interview, but didn't hear back by news time. We did speak with him on the phone earlier this week. He didn't admit to anything, but says he never intended to steal money. He tells us he's been in the business for 7 years.
For Davis, he says it goes beyond the unfinished work.
These are retirees, single parents who, you know, he owes thousands of dollars. And there's really no way to get that money back. There's no winners here.
Davis says he and other customers are waiting for the next steps from the Attorney General's office and the Department of Labor and Industry. St. Louis County Sheriff's officials are asking anyone who may have had a similar experience to call their office. We have that number on our website. Let's check in now with Hunter for a look at the weather. A little chilly out there today.
A little bit chilly, but this weekend is looking really, really nice. So we're lucky we got it off. We get to enjoy the nice weather, but we just got to get through this little cold spell that's going on for this first portion. So, but let's take a look outside right now. 42 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, winds out of the west-northwest, 12 miles per hour, humidity at 65%. As for the rest of the region, off to the northwest, sitting in the middle to upper 30s, but in Wisconsin, the lower 40s. So a little bit warmer down to our southeast, a little bit cooler off to our northwest. Winds a little bit windy out there, seeing 5 to 15 miles per hour generally throughout much of the region. I'll have plenty of more coming up in just a little bit.
All right, thanks, Hunter. An update to a story we first brought you in last night's Eye on Mining. Today, the Minnesota Court of Appeals is deciding whether to grant requests by opponents of PolyMet to cancel 2 of its most important permits. Paula Maccabee of the environmental group Water Legacy argued that the DNR was legally obligated to hold a contested case hearing with a neutral administrative law judge before deciding whether to approve the permits. But attorneys for the DNR and PolyMet argued that the project has met all legal requirements. The Court of Appeals usually rules within 90 days of hearing oral arguments. In Wisconsin, 2 former politicians are headlining a Milwaukee fundraiser for Republican State Senator Tom Tiffany as he seeks the 7th district seat. According to an invitation for the November 8th event, former Congressman Sean Duffy and former Governor Scott Walker are scheduled to appear and participate in a roundtable discussion. Duffy resigned from Congress last month to spend more time with his family and has since been hired by CNN as a political commentator. Tiffany is being challenged in the Republican primary by Army veteran Jason Church and hobby farmer Michael Opella Sr. Meanwhile, Wausau School Board President Tricia Zunker and insurance salesman Dale Lawrence are running as Democrats. Car crashes are the leading cause of death for teenagers, and that's why the Wisconsin State Patrol is going the extra mile during this Teen Driver Safety Week. According to the State Patrol, 29 teens were killed in crashes on Wisconsin roads last year, and more than 4,300 were injured. State Patrol Sergeant Kirk Danielson says being distracted behind the wheel is a factor in those situations. With many new technologies becoming distractions for young drivers, we caught up with a local driver's ed school for tips on how teens can stay safe. Chris Burris, owner of East End Driving Academy, says it's a much more real distraction now than ever before.
The other thing besides cell phones being distracted driving, the other biggest concern is other teens in the car. That is probably the second largest concern as far as distracted driving goes.
Parents are encouraged to talk to their kids about keeping their focus on the road. It's been 30 years since the kidnapping that made all Minnesota families question the safety of their children. Jacob Wetterling was just 11 years old when he disappeared on October 22nd, 1989. His abduction from rural St. Joseph remained a haunting mystery for 27 years. Then in 2016, Danny Heinrich confessed and led investigators to Jacob's body. Heinrich was sentenced to 20 years in prison as part of a plea deal for a child pornography case. This case led to a discussion among many parents about protecting our kids. Kate Raditz shares how the search for missing children has changed because of Jacob's story.
For many Minnesotans, they remember where they were 30 years ago when Jacob Wetterling was abducted.
I mean, it's a dreary, kind of gross day out there, and that's kind of the feeling of this day.
A lot's changed since then in the search for other missing children, from technology to forensics. When Jacob was abducted in October 1989, police didn't have cell phones. There was no social media to share information. The Amber Alert wouldn't come along for another 7 years.
And we can talk to kids, we can talk to parents, and we know that it makes a difference.
Patty Wetterling and the Jacob Wetterling Resource Center became national advocates for missing children, educating families and communities on how to prevent the exploitation of kids. Patty helped create the first national mandate requiring states to establish registries of convicted sex offenders.
The Wetterlings just consistently fighting for a world for kids and saying, this offender took Jacob, we're not going to let him take anything else.
Today, the JWRC works on roughly 60 cases a year and encourages the world to live their lives with an innocent 11-year-old's traits in mind.
October 22nd has become the Leave Your Porch Light On day. There are other, missing kids and missing adults that we're still waiting for them to come home. And this idea of the light is always on, and we're going to keep searching.
Kate Raditz, WCCO 4 News.
The Jacob Wetterling Resource Center has teamed up with the Zero Abuse Project to end child sex abuse. Still to come on Live Local CBS3, carrying on a holiday tradition. That's the message from Glensheen Mansion as it takes on a popular light display created by a beloved Duluthian.
And over the next about 5 days, we're on a little bit of a temperature roller coaster. I'll tell you when you need to prepare. Put your hands up for the downward spiral coming up right after the break.
CBS3 News is brought to you by Spirit Mountain.
This is the nimble Chevy Trax, the versatile Chevy Equinox, the stylish all-new Chevy Blazer, and the roomy Chevy Traverse with seating for up to 8. The Chevy family of SUVs. No matter what you're looking for in an SUV, Chevy's got you covered.
Get over $4,500 below MSRP on this Equinox. Plus, current GM owners get an additional $1,000 cash allowance. Visit TrueNorthChevyDealers.com.
Numi Jewelers is having a spectacular sale. Everything in stock is up to 30% off. Stop in to find spectacular savings going on now. Numi Jewelers, where true love is guaranteed.
Join 7 Winds Casino for this month's exciting promotion. It's Deal or the Wheel at 7 Winds Casino. All day, every Saturday in October. Join us for Deal or the Wheel cash drawings. Each hour, a winner will be drawn to spin the wheel twice for up to $1,000 cash. Or change the cash into extra lives and spin once more for more extra lives. Don't miss out on Deal or the Wheel, the premier guest experience in the Great Northwoods. 7 Winds Casino, Lodge and Conference Center, Hayward, Wisconsin.
Duluth Dodge Ram has a great automotive news story. Ram Power Days. Over 100 new Ram trucks in stock. Lease a 2019 Ram Quad Cab SLT 4x4 Warlock for only $184 a month. Only at Duluth Dodge Ram. DuluthDodgeMinnesota.com.
Live Local is my favorite thing about CBS. It's let's let everyone know exactly what's going on in their communities. Let's make sure that they get the news that impacts their hometowns as quickly as they possibly can so they know what's going on in their communities. They know what's impacting them, and they know what's happening day to day, minute by minute, hour by hour.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. on Live Local, CBS3 Duluth.
The Honda CR-V is perfect for people from all walks of life. From the daydreamers to the night riders, and the carpoolers to the lone wolves. Let's not forget the young ones, and those young at heart. No wonder the CR-V is the best-selling CUV over the past decade. Now is a great time to shop the #1 CR-V clearance event. Hurry in today for a great deal.
This ship holds 14 hostages.
It's a floating prison.
Get your head in the game.
Move! Fall back! What is the problem? Let's go!
Complete mission failure. Run it again.
New SEAL team. Then.
Stay down.
The craziness we see day after day. It's a whole nother matter when it touches the people we love.
These guys came after one of us. That means all hands on deck. A new SWAT. Following a new SEAL team. CBS tonight.
CBS3 Weather is brought to you by Lulich Implement.
Well, temperatures outside right now around the region, 37 degrees up in Hibbing, 42 up on the hill, 45 down by the lake. We have a little bit of a cold spot off to our northwest, upper 30s around that region, but down to our southeast, temperatures are in the lower 40s. Winds around the region, a little bit gusty out there. We're seeing anywhere from 5 to 15 miles per hour throughout much of the region, and that's kind of going to hang around with us throughout the evening. We'll see winds calm down just a little bit going into tonight. But we are seeing some clouds that are going to be hanging around as well with us into the evening. We saw some spotty snow to mixed showers going into the whole day today, and that's going to kind of hang around off to the north, especially tonight. We're going to see those clouds stick with us throughout the evening. We'll see some clearing going on tomorrow, and here's why. We have an area of high pressure that's going to be moving in down to our southwest, so we'll see a mostly cloudy AM, but towards the end of the morning, we'll see some clearing. So we'll have a nice day towards the end of the day tomorrow, but still a little bit on the cooler side, temperatures around 40 degrees. Now, Friday, we start to see this warmer air filter in as this high pressure system sits down to our southeast. Partly cloudy skies, but temperatures around 50 degrees. Really excited for Saturday because temperatures are going to be sitting around the lower 50s throughout much of the day on Saturday as our next system also starts to approach us from the northwest. Partly cloudy skies, low 50s throughout much of the day on Saturday, but then this cold front starts to come into our region, kicking out the warmer air, bringing in some cooler air for next week. So it's time out the clouds and the precipitation going into this evening. By 8 o'clock, hanging on to mostly cloudy skies throughout much of the region. Going into tonight, we'll see about a 20% chance of some spotty snow showers, some mixed precipitation also possible tonight off north of Duluth. Otherwise, the rest of the region staying mostly dry, seeing some cloud coverage going into the rest of this evening into tomorrow morning. By 9 o'clock, starting to see some breaks in the clouds tomorrow morning. And by noon, mostly clear skies throughout much of the region. And the rest of the day on Thursday, looking really nice. A little bit on the cooler side, but really no cloud coverage throughout any of the region. By 9 o'clock tomorrow, we hang on to the clear skies going into tomorrow night as well. So tonight's temperatures are going to be hovering around 30 degrees for the most part. Northwest wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Like I said, a 20% chance of some snow showers north of Duluth. Mostly cloudy skies, temperatures in the low 30s. Same story for Wisconsin, a little bit warmer by the lake, 35 in Washburn, 34 in Ironwood, Michigan. And as for tomorrow, temperatures hovering around 40 degrees for the most part. Sunny skies throughout much of the region, mainly after 10 or 11 o'clock a.m. Same story for here in Minnesota, west wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour. The rest of the week for us, let's take a look here. Friday, 49 degrees, southwest wind, 5 to 15, Saturday, 54, and then we cool off going into next week. So hang on to these warmer temperatures this weekend because we cool off for next week.
You're speaking my language, talking about the weekend on a Wednesday.
Exactly.
I love it. I'm all for it.
It's hump day. It's midweek. We
Yes.
gotta look forward to the weekend.
Love it. Thanks, Hunter.
You're welcome.
Glensheen Mansion will look a little brighter this holiday season. Staff there are getting ready to host the Spirit of the Lights display. In years past, Marcia Hales hosted the popular display on Park Point. Now Glensheen is helping her carry on the tradition. Glensheen staff plan to start putting up the light display during the 2 weeks in November that the museum is already closed for decorating. Jane Peterson, Glensheen's marketing manager, says she's excited to see what the new display will bring.
We are just thrilled that Marcia is giving us her display so that we can just add to the wonderful magic and continue the magic that the mansion has out on the grounds.
Glensheen staff are still nailing down an opening date, but they say the display will be free as it was when Hales hosted it. That's exciting. I love talking about Christmas lights. I know it's a little bit early.
It's a little early.
It is.
We still got Halloween.
Yes.
We still got Thanksgiving.
Plenty of time to celebrate.
Yes.
So let's talk sports.
Let's talk sports, because the UMD men's hockey team may be coming in with a lot of fire this weekend. They get set to take on the Golden Gophers and right the ship. Hear from the team coming up next.
Nobody carries more Columbia than Northwest Outlet.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Toyota. Presidential award-winning service. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler. KohlerToyota.com.
Bender Shoes store-wide sale is going on now.
When the Wild calls, the Kubota RTV X1140 was built to answer. With a proven diesel engine, heavy-duty suspension, and traction that grips like a mountain lion, it's everything you need off-road. Engineered around a roomy 4-seat cab that converts into an extra-long cargo bed, so you can prep for a trophy hunt and haul it home effortlessly.
No one serves you better than Bullet Gentleman.
Gear up for the ice fishing season at Black Bear Casino Resort during the Ice winning promotion. Saturdays in October from 6 to 9 p.m. 3 drawings each hour will bank the winner up to $1,000 in cold hard cash. After the cash prizes are awarded, all winners are eligible for the weekly grand prize. Prizes include a fishing gear package, Can-Am Outlander ATV, Polaris Sportsman Touring ATV, or a Polaris Ranger. Over $60,000 in cash and prizes. Visit BlackBearCasinoResort.com for more information. Make the Bear your place.
The Dish voice remote just got even more powerful. Why'd we put so much technology in there?
You don't think I've watched a lot of football?
You want to put a little wager on it? Bet.
So you can settle that bet without ever taking your eyes off the game.
How many D1 football teams are there?
What you do with that power?
Oh, it's gotta hurt.
Well, that is totally up to you.
Don't look so sad, man. Come on, we're having fun.
New Dish voice remote with the Google Assistant. Dish, tuned into you.
The Duluth Superior Symphony Orchestra is performing some of your favorite movie scores, both old and new. From Saturday Night Fever to Star Wars, there's something for everyone. Grab the popcorn and visit DSSO.com for details.
Hold on to me. Don't let me go. Your first name is Reed. Last name is Dumb.
For a limited time during SUV season, get over $6,500 total savings on a 2019 Ford Edge. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Are you a business owner in northern Minnesota? Vernon Insurance could lower your rates and provide better coverage.
Vernon Insurance Agency has handled my insurance between 3 and 4 years now. The ease of access to talk to a real person, not an 800 number. Customer service, taking care of me when I have problems, if I have problems. They're a local team, too, so they're easy to work with. They understand where we're at because they're local. That's what I look for when I'm doing business with somebody.
Call, visit us online, or see us in person at Vernon Insurance. We'll take a second look and find a way to get you the best value and coverage your business needs.
Star Trek Enterprise.
Find heroes and icons only on My 9.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Looking to find their identity once again. Those were the words said by junior UMD forward Nick Swaney 4 days after the Bulldogs suffered their first sweep of the season at the hands of number 6 Wisconsin. The former WCHA team rivalries continue this weekend. UMD will have a home-and-home series against the now nationally ranked Minnesota Golden Gophers. However, the Bulldogs aren't so much looking forward to the classic rivalry. They are looking to find the team they want to be, which was not the team that played in Wisconsin this weekend.
The end result is still a loss, so we've got to do some things better. We've got to become a better hockey team quickly. There's a lot of factors in that right now, but we want to win. We got to win. We got to win some hockey games, and do we have enough chances to do that? Probably to score more than one goal, whether we win the game. But we had chances, but we need to be a better hockey team.
The players echoed this statement, knowing that they need to take those losses and learn from them in order to show up how they want against the Gophers.
Obviously, we have the belief in the locker room that we want to go into every weekend that we're winning it, but obviously it's early in the year, and we have a lot to learn to do, and that's what we're taking from that weekend is just the bad stuff we did, but also the good stuff.
I think we've been working the first few days of practice this week, kind of just getting back to establishing our identity, get back to playing Bulldog hockey, and that's a big thing for us that we want to focus on Friday night. And I think we get back to the little things, do that, good things are going to happen for us.
As for the Golden Gophers, they are preparing to meet the Bulldogs and feeling pretty good while they're at it. Gophers come off a series sweep with Niagara to improve to 3-1 on the season, while edging their way into the national spotlight, now ranked number 20 in the national polls.
You know, Duluth's been on a nice run the last couple of years, especially at the end of the year. You know, when they get in the tournament, they've proven to be a great tournament team. And we haven't been in the tournament, but it's a test for us. We're going to get back to that level. I pay them all the respect. Sandy does a terrific job. We're still at our infancy a little bit with a young team to where we're going. I think it's a great test for us.
Friday night's game on the road will be in Stadium Village and broadcast on Fox Sports North. And Saturday's game back at Amsoil Arena will be on My 9 Sports as the Bulldogs get set to take on the Gophers. An update now to a story we first reported last night. Grand Rapids High School is searching for a new head hockey coach. Head coach Chris Marianucci resigned from his position today. Under him, the Thunderhawks were 15-34-1, losing in the second round of the section playoffs in his first year and losing in the first round of his second year. The UMD alum and Hobie Baker Award winner took on the head coaching position in June of 2017, replacing former coach Trent Klatt after 2 years as an assistant. We're told the job will be posted at the end of this week. Really looking forward to UMD Gophers this weekend. That should be fun. Should see a different UMD team out there. As they said, they did not show up the way they wanted to the past few games. I think playing an in-state rivalry will light a fire under them.
We all hope so.
Yes.
Thanks, Kelly. Tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, opioids continue claiming lives in the Northland. Tonight, we're talking to one family who is turning their tragedy into a tool to educate kids in the region about the dangers of addiction. Join us for that tonight at 10. Hunter, last check of the weather. How's it looking?
Yes, so tonight we're going to be seeing kind of a little bit cooler temperature out there. 30 degrees is our low tonight. Mostly cloudy skies. Northwest wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, and off to our north of Duluth, seeing a 20% chance of some snow showers. Tomorrow we're going to see some clouds earlier on in the morning, and then late morning seeing some sunny skies. So tomorrow, honestly, not a terrible day after the later parts of the morning. And then the rest of the week, we're taking a look here, and we're seeing some warmer temperatures this weekend. Saturday 54, and look at next week, 36, 37 on Tuesday, 34 is our high on Wednesday. So enjoy the weekend, because it's going to be kind of cold next week.
Yeah, get all those fall activities out of the way this weekend, maybe, before winter comes knocking. All right. Thanks, Hunter. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you at 10.